So, you want to own a luxury spa. A beautiful building. Soft music. The scent of lavender. Guests wrapped in robes before disappearing into treatment rooms for $200 massages. From the outside, it looks effortless. People arrive stressed. They leave relaxed. You collect the payment. Repeat that a few dozen times a day, and surely the business prints money. A 1-hour massage can run $150 to $300 in luxury markets. Premium facials often exceed $250. Add retail products at checkout, and one guest can easily spend $500 in a single visit. So where's the catch? Here's what surprises almost everyone. Many luxury spas run on razor-thin margins despite those prices. Some never earn back the millions invested. Others close their doors while fully booked. Because massages aren't actually the product. Relaxation isn't the business. The real business is managing the most expensive combination in the service economy: luxury real estate, skilled labor, customer psychology, and perishable time. A treatment room empty for 1 hour can never sell that hour again. Unlike a handbag on a shelf, spa inventory expires every minute. And here's where everything changes. The wealthiest owners rarely succeed because they give the best massages. They succeed because they understand capacity, pricing, memberships, and lifetime value. This is where hospitality starts looking like airline economics. Every hour, every room has a maximum earning capacity, and the business becomes a constant race to fill it without destroying the exclusivity that justifies the price. That's the financial mountain waiting before the first guest ever arrives. Part 1. The cost of getting started. Owning a luxury spa begins with writing checks, not hiring therapists. Location comes first. A premium 5,000 to 8,000 square foot property can cost $20,000 to $60,000 a month in rent, or several million to buy outright. Then the build-out. Stone floors, custom lighting, steam rooms, private suites. A professional fit-out runs $250 to $500 plus per square foot. For a mid-sized spa, construction alone can exceed $1.5 million before a single treatment table arrives. Equipment adds more. Massage and facial beds, hydrotherapy tubs, saunas, cryotherapy chambers, and aesthetic devices can push equipment costs to $500,000 to $2 million. And much of it depreciates fast as newer models arrive. Then licensing, health permits, fire safety, wastewater compliance, aesthetic certifications, months of paperwork before a dollar is earned. Insurance follows. Liability, employee coverage, cybersecurity, business interruption. Utilities never stop either. Heated rooms, steam generators, pools held at precise temperatures, comfort runs whether guests show up or not. Finally, financing. On a $3 million build, half financed at 7% interest, annual repayments alone can reach hundreds of thousands of dollars before a single salary is paid. Guests see marble and candles. Owners see rent, interest, insurance, and depreciation. Every beautiful detail is also a recurring bill. Part 2. How the money actually flows. If spas relied only on treatments, most would fail. Treatments, massages, facials, wellness therapies usually make up 50 to 70% of revenue, priced anywhere from $120 to over $1,000 for medical treatments. But a $250 massage pays the therapist, the linens, the room cleaning, and the utilities before the owner sees a cent. The real margin often lies at the checkout counter. Retail, skincare, oils, serums carries gross margins of 40 to 70%, recommended by a therapist who's already earned the guest's trust. Then come memberships, $99 to $299 a month for guaranteed treatments and discounts. Even skipped visits still pay predictable cash flow that keeps the lights on during slow months. Add upselling, a $180 massage becomes a $350 visit through small, natural upgrades. Add corporate wellness contracts and hotel partnerships that fill weekday slots. Add gift cards, some of which are never redeemed breakage, that becomes pure profit. The goal was never one great massage. It's maximizing the lifetime value of every guest who walks in. Part 3. The hidden costs. Revenue looks healthy. What quietly drains it doesn't. Linens alone, 300 to 500 pieces a day for a modest spa, mean constant washing, drying, and replacing. Payroll, the largest expense, can consume 40 to 60% of revenue, and losing a popular therapist often means losing their loyal clients too. Then there's the math nobody escapes. 10 rooms, 8 possible appointments each, 80 slots a day, but only 55 booked. Rent, insurance, and loan payments stay identical. A third of earning capacity vanishes forever. Utilities climb further as steam rooms and saunas run all day, regardless of occupancy. Maintenance, failing heaters, leaking pumps, worn HVAC, never stops either, and a single broken treatment room can mean thousands in lost bookings. Marketing costs $50 to $200 per new customer acquired, money barely recovered if that guest visits only once. And debt doesn't pause. When luxury spending gets postponed during downturns, memberships get canceled and appointments slow, but the loan, the rent, and the insurance premium don't care. Part 4. The economic engine. The real engine isn't massages. It's capacity utilization. 2 identical spas, same rooms, same prices, but one runs at 85% occupancy, the other at 55%. The first spreads its fixed costs across hundreds more appointments monthly. The second carries nearly the same expenses for far less revenue. Profit disappears. That's why owners chase bookings over premium pricing. An empty room at 2 p.m. is gone forever. It's also why fixed costs, counterintuitively, become an advantage. Once covered, every additional guest is pure profit. Economists call this operating leverage. Memberships smooth demand and make cash flow predictable, which banks and investors reward with lower perceived risk. And lifetime value changes the math entirely. A $120 customer acquisition cost looks irrelevant against a guest who spends $12,000 to $20,000 over 5 loyal years. That loyalty buys something even more valuable, pricing power. Not the cheapest spa wins. The one customers don't want to leave does. Part 5. The psychology. People aren't really buying relaxation. A home bath costs nothing. They're buying a feeling, and feelings command premium prices. The lighting, the tea, the whispered voices, none of it removes stress. It convinces the brain stress is being left behind, and thanks to the peak end rule, people remember the emotional high point and the goodbye far more than the massage itself. Memberships exploit commitment bias. Once paid, skipping a visit feels like wasting money. Higher prices trigger the price-quality heuristic, making a $350 treatment feel more exclusive than a $180 one. Scarcity, limited slots, waitlisted weekends, creates urgency. And eventually, habit takes over. The 10th visit isn't a purchase anymore. It's a routine, as hard to break as a gym membership. Luxury spas don't only compete with other spas, they compete with vacations and fine dining for the same discretionary dollar, winning by convincing people that investing in themselves feels more rewarding than buying another possession. Part 6. Real business failures. Canyon Ranch, one of the world's most respected wellness brands, still carried enormous fixed costs, restaurants, medical staff, luxury accommodations. When travel slowed, debt outpaced revenue, forcing a financial restructuring. Recognition doesn't pay bills, customers do. Spa Chakra expanded aggressively across malls in India, assuming growth meant profit. Instead, every new lease multiplied costs faster than revenue, and profitable branches quietly subsidized weak ones. Medical spas that rushed into $100,000 to $300,000 laser and body contouring machines saw demand fade as competitors bought identical equipment, proving that owning technology isn't a competitive advantage. Keeping it booked is. And COVID-19 exposed the industry's deepest weakness. Appointments vanished overnight while rent, insurance, and loans didn't pause. Spas with strong cash reserves survived. Others, however loved, didn't. Part 7. The math behind a luxury spa. Picture a 10-room spa averaging 70% occupancy, roughly 56 appointments a day at $220 each. That's about $4.5 million in annual revenue. Now subtract payroll near 45% of revenue, rent exceeding $400,000 annually, utilities near $200,000, plus insurance, marketing, and maintenance topping another $1 million. Operating profit often lands at just 10 to 18%, $450,000 to $800,000 against a $3 to $6 million initial investment. Profit isn't cash either. New equipment, renovations, and loan repayments can consume most of that profit in a single year. Break-even might require over 2,000 visits a month, roughly 67 guests daily, before the owner earns anything. Drop to 55 and profit can fall by hundreds of thousands. That's operating leverage working in reverse. Part 8. Best case versus worst case. Two owners invest $4 million each into nearly identical spas. Emma reserves cash for marketing, builds memberships early, and partners with hotels. Occupancy climbs from 55% to 80%, creating a virtuous cycle of stable cash flow and reinvestment. David spends nearly everything on marble and chandeliers, leaving little for marketing. When two therapists leave and take loyal clients with them, occupancy drops to 55%. Discounts follow, eroding both margin and exclusivity, while rising interest rates and payroll quietly drain his reserves. The difference wasn't talent or luck. It was financial discipline, one business built to survive an ordinary Tuesday, the other built only for perfect ones. So what business are luxury spa owners really in? Not massages. Not skincare. Not even wellness. They're selling time, specifically, their customers' time, converted into silence, privacy, and the feeling that nothing else matters for an hour. That feeling now anchors a global wellness industry worth trillions. But demand never guarantees profit. Every empty room is inventory lost forever. Every departing therapist takes relationships with them. Every loan payment reduces flexibility. Because in the end, you were never really buying a luxury spa. You are buying a very expensive machine that converts empty hours into unforgettable experiences and unforgettable experiences into recurring cash flow. Managed carefully, it builds a fortune. Ignored, the candles keep burning, the music keeps playing, and behind those peaceful walls, the money quietly slips away.